What's up, you guys? It's UFC 263. It's the Watchalong. Here we are. As we just kicked this off, Nate Diaz has just walked into the cage, the plus 385 underdog to take on Leon Edwards. We're joined by Steven Jensen. He'll be the face that you guys see on most of these, maybe with some other guests, maybe by himself. He can do whatever the hell he wants. But Steven, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Sean. How are you doing, man? Like, I'm pumped up for this. I am a Diaz brothers mark. Nick's my favorite fighter ever. Like, I am pumped.
Bad night for you, my friend.
And dude, I'm taking Nate. I think the ground game, if he can get this to the ground, this is gonna get interesting. I'm like the only guy taking him. But I know that Edwards, obviously, he's got the crisp boxing. He can work some leg kicks. Diaz brothers have problems with that traditionally. I get it. But like, I'm pumped for this, man.
Oh man, yeah, it is going to be an interesting night. That's for sure. I don't think it's going to be as good as you think it's going to be for poor old Nate.
Yeah, well, you know, I was right last night with my Lamar Odom pick, so I'm feeling good.
That fight was amazing. I loved everything. It was so much more fun to watch.
It was the best. Me and you were on the same wavelength when it comes to that type of entertainment for sure.
Yes. Like I love it. Love it.
Man.
We should be live on my Twitter right now as well. We had a little bit of an issue connecting to there. But Leon Edwards walking to the cage, UFC 263. Damn, a hair sticking up. I was watching Moose and Kenny Omega. By the way, guys, we have a concurrent stream going right now. We have Denise Salcedo reviewing Impact Against All Odds. So that is, go over there, show her a little bit of love. Donate a super chat, and you'll get your question or statement read on the air. And thanks to Bryson for joining as well. You get some like custom emoticons or something like that. Like we got some gimmicks there.
There you go. Good deal. Good stuff. Thanks for joining us, y'all. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Man, I don't see a way that Nate Diaz can win, but you know what? I'm a complete casual now, so.
Oh, man. So I was trying to watch Against All Odds at the same time because, of course, I'll be reviewing it for the weekend or sometime by the time I can watch the show, basically. Tomorrow afternoon is the plan, but from what I saw, it looked pretty good. The ending looked a little screwy from what I could tell.
I should probably take the monthlies off your plate in that sense, since Denise is covering them. It's like,
hey, if you're okay with that, that saves me probably about 3 hours tomorrow.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, Denise has got it. I mean, obviously she doesn't cover the show weekly. Bryant Heath says, I'm drunk as hell right now, enjoying this show. He dropped into my DMs. He goes, are you guys not doing the watch along? And I'm like, man, it's up on the site. It's on YouTube. Like I tweeted about it, yes. But he made it here, and that's what's important. So
welcome, man.
I never believe a Diaz brother will fight until they get into the cage. I just think some shenanigans will happen and the fight will get pulled. You know what I mean?
Yes. I felt that way about last night. I was like, there's no way Aaron Carter's even in the building. I was waiting. Remember last year when Bagel Boss was supposed to fight and he just
I do. He was going to fight Lenny Dykstra. I remember it very well. I was going to watch it.
Same, man. R.I.P. Screech, real pioneer. He was like the first one I remember doing that stuff.
See, like if they would have, I think he kind of had to approach this celebrity boxing thing from the way that it is now. You had to get people that still have a little bit of buzz about them, or like now in this nostalgia heavy environment, there are a lot of people who remember Lamar Odom. There's a whole lot of people that remember Aaron Carter, but
yeah.
Oh man, sure. I think a lot of people are going to remember this beatdown Leon Edwards is about to put down.
Oh, they're getting close. They're getting close. Dude, they were chanting I want candy at Aaron Carter when he was coming to the ring.
Amazing.
Like the crowd. That was great. But yeah, man, here we go. They introduced Herb Dean. Me and you should be synced pretty perfect, I think, for this one. So we can call it action as it's happening. Nick in the house. Do you know Ernie Reyes Jr. is in their squad from Surf Ninjas? Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. He was in Ninja Turtles, wasn't
he? Yeah. Okay. Kino, the pizza guy who teams up with them. Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
I'm at 447. I could pause it if I'm at.
Yeah, I'm right there. We're at the same spot.
Perfect. I like Nate or Leon Edwards a lot as well. Like he's done enough to earn a title shot already, in my opinion. So like,
it's just the inactivity and then the way that last fight happened. It's like you gotta get in there and fight. And I think this is the right person because it's a fight with a lot of attention. And I think when Edwards wins, he'll probably get a title shot.
When Edwards, he just went for the Stockton slap. Missed it completely, but he went for it. He's out here doing.
Reminder, guys, you can donate a super chat, get your question or statement read on the air. Oh, Nate, no selling it, but
Leon's throwing leg kicks. That's smart.
If you are a Diaz brother, you don't check leg kicks. So going at it, especially the low calf kick, is a pretty easy one. They lead so heavy on their front leg.
They do.
And it's getting chopped at right out of the gate.
You can already see Nate kind of hopping around and
switching his stance up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's another one.
For anyone watching who wants to be synced with us, we are at 320 right now.
Yeah.
So they're really feeling each other out. I mean, Edwards is quicker. I mean, we knew that coming into it, but
yeah. To me, there's I mean, Nate on the ground, maybe off of his back, I would maybe give him the advantage there. But I mean, he is, by all intents and purposes, a lightweight competing up at welterweight too.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. This is Nate's throwing leg kicks.
That was a very telegraphed right overhand or hook by Edwards. It looked hideous.
Ooh, Brian Heath with super chat. Thank you, Brian. Nice combo from
Brian
Leon.
Says, since AEW has started licensing music, do you think WWE will start it again? Nope, not for a while. I don't. Not while they're in cost-cutting mode.
It's a very good point.
I think that Nate is adapting better now. Look at him. He's going in and out. He's attacking the body. He'll use front kicks. He's not standing right there in front of Edwards. He's moving in and out a little bit, throwing punches as he switches stances. He's starting to look really good now.
He's getting loose. So he's popping that. If he can pop that jab a little bit more and throw some combos behind it. And this is smart too, wrapping him up. Like if he can, I'm real interested in this on the ground because the biggest issues we've seen with Edwards in his career was against Usman, and that's because Usman has superior grappling.
Yeah. Also, Usman's a big boy too.
Yes, he is. Absolutely.
Edwards
takes his back.
Yeah. Edwards dragged down Diaz. He's got his back. Has one hook in, has his feet crossed, but he doesn't have his feet crossed outside of the leg. Now, a lot of times, like if you're very early in jiu-jitsu and you go to put your hooks in and you cross your feet, that's a no-no because they'll use that against you. It'll basically turn into an ankle lock if you do that. But because Edwards doesn't have his right leg around Diaz's right leg, that's not really a risk. He's trying to, but he doesn't right now. And now he's got those feet uncrossed.
Let's see, almost had him in like a banana split position almost.
Yeah. Edwards scrambles up, takes the back higher. A lot of pressure. Not a ton he could do from that position, though. So now they're turtled up. And Diaz rolls through, almost got out of it, too.
He's got a hook in. Edwards riding from the side.
So Edwards putting his hooks in like this, it usually makes it harder for Diaz to roll out, but Diaz is so experienced at that he's able to. Guys, please leave a thumbs up if you're watching this, by the way, on YouTube. It would mean an awful lot.
Both to the feet. Another leg kick lands to the calf of Diaz from Edwards. Man. That Edwards did way better on the ground than I expected to see. Like that's gonna be key, I think, that he looked that good.
Yeah.
That was really where I thought Nate had a big advantage.
I have been given a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Important.
Oh man, I completely missed that. Did your wife come over to hand that to you from off screen?
She doesn't do on-screen stuff, but occasionally she'll hand me things off screen.
Gotcha. Man, that was a good round though. Entertaining. So we got 5 rounds in this one, y'all. Like this is a 5-round non-main event, non-title fight. This is the first time we've ever done this.
Oh my God, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool because this also, was supposed to be on the last pay-per-view and had to move because of Nate, and so I'm glad they still wound up going with this. Oh, Brandon, my dude in the chat, what's up, man? It's a classic. What's going on, dude? So let's hope it's a good night for you boys. Thank you, Brandon. It's a great night. Wrestling and fighting can't really get much better than this. Have you tried that peanut butter and pickle gimmick that Tempest keeps pushing?
No.
Okay, I'm going to try it.
Not a chance.
I haven't yet, though. But back to the feet. They're stroking each other. About 4.5 minutes left in the second, y'all.
That's an abomination.
He was great on the watch along with me and Joel for Impact.
Yeah, I heard he was on there.
Yeah. Did you hear about the Mighty Ducks podcast? Because that was probably
I missed that.
It was legendary. You gotta go back and watch it on Twitch. Anyone who watches this, twitch.tv/Fightful Gaming. Really great content over there.
Please check that out. They're doing so much cool stuff.
So we still got these two guys just kind of trading jabs back and forth a little bit, but nothing too serious yet. With about a little under 4 minutes left. Nate's kind of clowning, but he's trying to use it to set stuff up.
It is strategic trolling, is what it is.
Absolutely. They're the master. I'll never forget Nick laying down against Anderson Silva.
Yeah, that I didn't consider strategic.
No, that was just YOLO fighting.
Yes.
Both guys just still just going in and out. More leg kicks from Edwards. Rogan says the leg's looking pretty gross. I can't really see doesn't look too bad from what I can tell, but he has a better view than I do, obviously. Yeah, I can kind of see from that last angle they showed. It looks like the outside of Nate's left leg is starting to get red.
Yeah, I see it.
Just trading leg kicks, but Edwards is landing better.
I'm glad they did get this moving on because I completely forgot it was a 5-round fight.
Right.
And they got 3 of them tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a good thing they paced it fast, like you said, because I love when the UFC does that too. Like, if you don't have to do a certain amount, you don't have a specific block of time you have to fill. Just the fan, especially when you're there live, like
yes,
the downtimes. I mean, it's not as terrible as a lot of people make it out to be, but it is kind of boring. Takedown from Edwards, and he's on top. So he's
Edwards moving into that half guard, but Diaz is up on his hips. Well, now he's not. Edwards isn't quite able to pin him in that sense, and when you do that, you open up a whole lot of different things as far as posture goes. Diaz is far too experienced to usually let something like that happen to him. He was
goes for a leg.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Edwards is grabbing the cage. Okay, they got him off the cage. Oh, he's got it. Ooh, he's gonna at least use it for position.
And now, they were almost in a 50-50 there, but Edwards got right out.
I mean, I definitely have to give it to Edwards. His ground game is just a lot better than I thought it was. Nice leg kick. That buckled Diaz.
Oh, that was a deep leg kick.
That one was one of those that they talk about where it wasn't that loud. It just thump.
Yep.
Those are some of the worst ones. Those lots like a Walter chop.
I don't know what Diaz is doing right now, but that doesn't seem like a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, got clipped by that left hook. Diaz's leg's hurt. He just buckled his right leg.
I think Diaz is about to go for the rear view.
Do what?
He's about to hit Edwards in the face with his ass.
Oh, the wrestling.
They call it the rear view.
The Oscar move. Yeah, there you go. Gotcha.
Well,
every now and then we get a good one. Remember when who was it? There was that fighter. He got released from the UFC when everyone thought they were getting rid of the 125 division. Can't think of his name. Really good guy. But I remember he hit a Canadian destroyer basically one time in a match. And I was like, okay, like, see, I have nothing. Remember the Boston Crab submission that one time? With that, like, minor, I mean, that's, every now and then we get a great pro wrestling move in one of these. I
think Shorty Torres might have been.
That was it. That was it. Yep. Jose Torres, 100%.
But I actually hit it was a single leg crab in like just catch wrestling grappling, because it's one of the elementary things they teach you. If somebody has the guard closed and their posture back and they're not like, they don't have their chin tucked or anything like that, you can just put your two hands across one of their legs and bear crawl over it. And if they keep their guard closed, you'll have that half crab right there. Big shout out to James Draws. Invite your friend Albert over as well, Draws.
Nice.
Everybody can join. We can give each other piercings. That's what we're here to do. I think Edwards is up 2 rounds, buddy.
I think you're right. What was the other dude? There was like another dude that was in that crew for like a week.
Vic Grimes.
That was it. 100%. Yeah. Man. Couldn't tell you anything about what's going on in the WWE right now, but I can remember that kind of stuff. Nice, man. Edwards is sharp. He's telegraphing everything. Nice elbow.
Oh, what a nice elbow. I don't think it hit as hard as I thought it did, but it looked pretty on tape.
Yeah. Definitely made Nate uncomfortable. I mean, I think Nate's, I thought this going into the fight too, but like his only chance really is the ground. I don't know how successful he can be, but I think Edwards is just going to keep picking him apart if it stays like this. Man, a lot of success with those leg kicks. Very, very smart game plan. You can tell, it's definitely messing up Nate's the weight he can put on his feet. He's definitely moving different. Now we're in the clinch with about 4 minutes left in the third.
And Diaz actually has a bit of an advantage here, but I feel like Edwards is going to probably step out a little bit to his left and probably just reverse the momentum or just push off of this. It seems it's what he's angling for.
Yeah, I think you're right. There it is right there.
A tale as old as time.
Nice body shot from Edwards to Diaz. Well, Nate with a good overhand left.
It's hard to put together combinations against a Nate Diaz because he is so unconventional. Like, you don't necessarily know how he's going to respond to your entry or your exit for that matter. You don't know if he's going to come in. You don't know if he's going to go out, if he's going to go to his left or to his right. He's so unpredictable in what he does. And it's hard to set up combinations against him. That was a beautiful transition to the waist lock and then a trip takedown from Edwards. That was just really great stuff.
All that going in and out talk, I thought for sure that was a segue. But yeah, we got Edwards in side control now, or half guard, but like in full totally controlling the situation right now. Hit an elbow. Man, there wasn't any doubt beforehand. Like, if Edwards won this fight, it's got to be him and Usman again. But they're doing Usman and Colby, I guess, first. So we'll see how that goes first. But Edwards for sure has winner of that. Nasty elbows from Edwards with Diaz on the ground. Diaz is cut open.
And I think if Edwards wins, he probably maybe TKOs Nate. I don't think that he'll submitted. I don't think Nate's been submitted since, like, God, in like 14, 15 years. That cut is nasty on the head. Look at that on the side of his head.
Yeah, it's tough because the last fight he got stopped. His BMF fight with Masvidal, same thing with the. I mean, like he was getting pieced up in that fight too. Like I'm not. Oh, hey, he just said we're good to go. Okay.
Oh Jesus!
Like, I'm not
Edwards goes to touch gloves, and Nate Diaz is like, no. I think Leon Edwards probably about to beat that ass now. Leon Edwards felt the disrespect.
Yeah. Man.
We're getting like full on UFC undisputed when you've been leg kicked 600 times turnarounds here on Diaz, man.
That's very true.
Tim says I should be reviewing Impact instead of UFC. Well, how about this, Tim? We've got a review right now. So maybe go look at it. Maybe go check it out, Tim. And if you don't want to be here, you can be over there. Go leave a super chat if you're that worried about it.
It's on the same channel, dude.
Yes. The same channel, the same website. I can't be two places at once. Denise is covering that right now.
Ooh, Nate trying to roll, not working at all. Edwards in like referee's position. Now he's got his back.
I think this will probably end up getting stopped in the 4th round. Look at the blood just squirting out of Diaz's head. It's like projectile now.
Yeah.
I think it might get stopped due to the cut even.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know obviously. Nate did everything he could for the doctor not to look at it a minute ago, but spinning back fist by Edwards.
That was nasty. Nate says no, but he looks like, yeah, he looks rough right now. And Edwards looks fresh as a daisy.
Yeah, he's looking incredible. I think he destroys Masvidal. Like if that ever happened, like that's such a built-in fight with the 3-piece and a soda. Like if Usman and Colby's going to take a minute and Edwards wants to stay active, I'd love to see him fight Masvidal after this, just to, because I don't know. Honestly, like Usman and Colby, just because of how great their wrestling is, they're going to probably continue to be a problem for a guy like Edwards. But he just looks like he's on a totally different level than anyone besides those two right now.
Yep. I've got Edwards up 3-0. I feel like this is the round that he's going to put it away in.
It might be a good call. What
would you do if he yeeted Diaz out of the cage like Roman Reigns did to Dominic?
Oh, I actually saw that on my Twitter timeline.
Of course, you couldn't miss it. It was great.
Did they show the angle though of him or did it just show him getting thrown?
It was very clearly an edit job, but it's one of those where it's like it was so good, I'm along for the ride, and I don't even care.
Okay.
Like, he landed on a crash pad. They didn't even have him, like, have a thud, but it was just so hilarious and ridiculous and amazing that I was like, okay.
Gotcha.
For those of you wondering, we are streaming this live on my YouTube or on my Twitter right now. We are streaming it live on Twitter, YouTube, Fightful MMA YouTube, on Facebook.com/FightfulOnline. We are all over the place right now. So leave a thumbs up wherever you are. Give us a like or whatever that may be.
Nate with a good combo. A little right, left. His leg has just been beat to hell by those leg kicks.
Toast.
Yeah, I mean, this is obviously we know Nate's tough, but I think most people would have just not come out for the next round after all that. Like, you're getting paid the same way, basically. I mean, I guess you get the win bonus if you win, but nice left hook from Leon Edwards.
My God, what a left hand. Worth noting, Nate Diaz only has one TKO finish in the last decade.
Like that he's done to somebody else?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
In the last decade.
I'm trying to think of
Gray Maynard.
Oh, wow. So that would have been around like the Ultimate Fighter years.
Yes. Really only one in the last 11 years. And yeah, he's not typically a pound you out type of person. He's usually going to drag you into deep waters or submit you. And I don't see him submitting Leon Edwards. And he can't win by decision at this point. So I don't know how in the hell it's going to get done if Nate wants to win this. Wow, what a foot sweep.
That was sick.
Nate giving him his respect for that one.
Dude, they're showing from the angle they're showing right now, Nate's legs are destroyed.
Yep.
Oh man, and his feet too. Edwards, what a hell of a gameplay. Nice combo again. Another left right, I think it was.
I just feel like Nate, I don't want to say wasted, because if he just didn't fight for 3 of the most important years of his career.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. And Nick, unfortunately, has been sitting out for like 6 now.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's like, oh, well, Nick should come back and get a big fight. And I'm like, I mean, sure, but he'll lose. I think any top 15, top 20 welterweight beats him right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I just don't, or middleweight or whatever weight he fights at. I think the top 20 beat him now.
Yeah, there was like rumors that they're interested in Kevin Holland for him, possibly, which that would be. I mean, I think regardless,
if they put him against him against somebody who's pretty raw but has a couple of nice wins, I think maybe he could pull that off. I don't want to say probably. Maybe he could pull that off.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, I think Kevin Holland's like still beatable for him. But,
that was a nice combo by Nate, but then he goes straight into the clinch, and he is not going to take Leon Edwards down. And if he does, he's not going to be able to retain top control, and he immediately gets it separated. I really think he should have followed up. That's where the Diaz's outside of in the submission game are the most dangerous, is when they have you up against the cage and you think they're going up top and they go to the body. And then when you think they're going to the body, they go up top. They've always been so good at that. Them and Cyborg are some of the best that I've ever seen do that.
Yeah. And I mean, with the Diaz brothers, like, their volume is a big part of their success. He just can't land at will on Edwards. Like, he just can't. By the time he's thrown his second punch of his combination, Edwards in there with 3 punches back at him, and most of them are landing. Man, he is telegraphing everything. Yeah. Another left hook just landed for Edwards.
Edwards has not strayed from his technique. He has not strayed from his counters or his game plan. He had the game plan to beat Nate Diaz. It's working, and he's not letting anything that Nate Diaz does affect him. Though, I mean, that the strikes there, 43-58, it's even closer than I thought it would be.
I think Diaz got a big gash on the right side of his head too, above his ear. He's beat up. Well, end of the 4th round there. So
yeah. I thought it would probably end there, but
and there's no way Edwards is like out of gas or anything. I mean, he looks good
great.
To go. Yep. And that's the kind of guys you need too at the top of the division, especially for welterweight. Like, when you got to deal with guys like Colby and Usman, who those 2 guys are never going to run out of gas. Like,
I know that the UFC sees Colby as like, okay, well, that's the money fight. That's the money fight for Usman. It's like, there's nothing that I just don't see Colby Covington beating Tyron Woodley. I don't know, or not Tyron Woodley, Kamaru Usman. I don't understand their fascination with running some of these back. Like, the win over Woodley was good, and that's fine, but there was nothing I saw in there that indicated to me that his fight would be any different than the one that we saw in 2019, where Usman won. But I guess we'll see. I would be much more interested in watching Usman fight Leon Edwards, because, I mean, like, their fight was, it'll be 6 years ago by the time they would fight again. It wasn't, I mean, it was a decision. It wasn't a finish. I'd be much more interested in that.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that Edwards is, I mean, he's definitely the rightful contender at this point. I think the fascination with that, I think some of the fascination of the Covington and Usman fight is if like is if they did more than just strike this time, because they just stood, which was really surprising the first time they fought each other. And if they actually tried to implement some wrestling too, it could be interesting. But
yeah,
I mean, I still think Usman wins. Like, I honestly think Colby's like the only guy that stylistically has a chance against him. But even then, I'm talking like maybe like 3 or 4 out of 10 type thing. Like, I think Usman's still gonna mainly Usman's gonna win that one. Edwards just makes it real interesting because his hand speed is like, I don't know, I can't say underrated, but like when you see him and Nate in there, Nate has good boxing and Edwards is just so much faster than he is.
I would have liked it if they did Covington and Bilal Muhammad and then Edwards and Usman. Because if Bilal Muhammad beats Colby Covington, well, you can't deny him a title shot anymore. You just can't. But then you've got a fresh fight in your main event scene. You either got Covington winning and beating a guy who has like 1 loss in his last 11 fights, or that guy getting a big win over Covington. But UFC, UFC is a little bit like WWE. They love running stuff back really quick, way sooner than they need to.
It's true. Just been more of the same. We had about 3:15 left in the 5th round for anyone watching right now along with us. And it's pretty much been all Edwards. I mean, Nate's still in there fighting. He's still throwing punches, but Edwards is able to, like, he just can telegraph everything that he's doing. Nate landed a left hand there. Edwards is backing up after that. Doesn't necessarily mean he's hurt, but he did kind of react to that last one. But then once again, Nate back in the clinch up against the cage, and looks like he's lowering down for a double, but Edwards got the underhook.
Good luck, buddy. Yeah. That underhook is going to break whatever little grip is there.
Blood also makes it tougher to even the grip.
What do you think of the new Venom fight kits?
I don't think they're like that much different than the Reebok ones. I can
tell you, I love Venom's gear, like in general. Like they are my go-to. I've got Venom gloves, Venom bags, Venom rash guards, and Valet Tudos. Like, they make incredible stuff. Yeah. So I get the feeling that the fighters are probably happier with that.
Yeah, for sure. Like, that's definitely my biggest thing with Venom is, like, at least they're like traditionally an MMA based company, you know, so it makes more sense than Reebok is.
Yeah, I remember when Reebok started, you started to have a lot of women getting wardrobe malfunctions, and that was not happening very often, if ever, before Reebok. And then as soon as Reebok takes over, there are a lot of these women's fighters that are like, hey, can you make better shit?
Right. Oh, left. Oh, so left overhand landed from Edwards, as well as a left hook at the end of a combination.
And Edwards looks like he could go 5 more.
He does. He still looks fresh. I mean, he doesn't have one. Looks like he has one scratch on his body, and Nate is just a bloodbath.
I mean, Nate did slow down a little bit in like the middle rounds, but his pace is back up too, and that's when you factor in.
Oh! Caught him! Oh my God!
Wow.
Caught him with the overhand left or a straight left. Oh my God!
Oh wow!
He's hurt. Nate! Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Right,
Leon Edwards is hurt. Cage. No way!
40 seconds left.
Can he do it? Can he do it?
And oh my God!
Oh my God! Oh, if I were Leon Edwards, I would clench and hold on. Oh my God! Look at Joe. Joe's ready for it. Oh, could you imagine? Oh, Edwards.
Yeah, Edwards looking at the clock. Got hit in the head. Nate, you got 15 seconds.
Oh my God!
Lands a left.
Oh my God! Could it happen? I don't think it will. I don't think it will. Leon Edwards wins. Oh my God!
Wow. That was incredible. Yeah, Leon Edwards wins, but I mean, Nate wins round 5, but yeah, Edwards definitely won that fight. Oh my God. Wow.
So I don't think that I don't think Leon could go 5 anymore. Go 5 more now.
No.
Wow. Oh, what a finish to that fight.
Well, what's crazy about that is because of that, Nate's stock isn't going to go down at all. Because people are still, that's going to be part of the talk, is going to be like, I mean,
well, they would have won 6.
Though. Yeah,
they would have won 6.
Oh, man. That is wild. And props to Edwards. I mean, he has a hell of a chin for, I mean, Nate clocked him probably 4 or 5 good times throughout like the last minute of that round. Wow. Wow. Good stuff. I'm glad we got 5 rounds.
BRB.
Yeah, you're good. I'll take a look at the chat. How do y'all think about that? We got about 100 people watching on this channel alone, I think. About 160 total from what I can tell. Man, I don't think it's worth asking what y'all think the scorecards are. I think it's pretty clear that Edwards won the fight, but I mean, Nate won that last round. There's a lot to be said about getting beat down that badly for 4 rounds and then almost finishing the fight with like a minute left. Wow. Oh yeah, people in the chat saying they think Leon still won. I definitely agree. I definitely say Leon Edwards definitely won the fight. I'm just saying, Nate, it's unusual to see somebody lose like 4 rounds and get beat up that badly and then win the 5th round of a fight. You know what I mean? It just doesn't happen that often. Because usually by the time the 5th round rolls around and they're beat up that bad, the fighter who's been winning is usually going to win the 5th round as well. You know what I mean? Doesn't always happen that way, but most of the time. John Collins asked what started the rush for Diaz. It was show that nice. Basically Diaz landed a combo. He was throwing like a jab and like a straight left kind of combo. And yeah, he caught him with a left, just caught him right to the chin. Here's the decision, unanimous decision. Leon Edwards. Nate Diaz raises his hands up. And Nate's even giving him props, basically saying, yeah, I know you got me. That was an awesome fight.
Yeah.
Man. Nick needs to jump the cage and like start challenging people on the microphone right now. Did you also catch, we talked about the dude earlier on the show who won the fight in 7 seconds and then fell off or jumped off the cage? McKinney. He in the interview, he was like, Joe, I can tell you about my story on your podcast. And Joe was like, maybe one day.
Yes.
It was like, oh, shade. They're showing highlights now. So Leon Edwards just basically gave a lot of respect to Nate Diaz and said he's in position for a title shot now, which good. I think everyone agrees with. Wow. Hell of a fight. We still got 2 title fights left, y'all.
Yes.
Oh, Nate's going to do an interview. Nice.
Oh, boy.
Nick Diaz arm.
Nate Diaz talking about having a party tonight. That's cool.
Yeah, so to check out his Instagram, he's gonna be partying with the Nelk boys tonight. Is what he's saying. So, wow. And I mean, he's still so over. The crowd just popping huge for everything.
People just want to watch him fight, man. That's it.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Good stuff. What a good fight. Justin Bieber in the audience. Got to get him in the cage.
Man, a fight, a boxing match with him would maybe break pay-per-view records.
Yeah, I think it's possible. Man, if we hadn't seen Aaron Carter already, him and AC would have been a good one.
You know what? If they could book him against Aaron Carter, just based on Bieber, it would break records, but also Bieber would win.
Yeah, you're probably right. Who do you think would win between Aaron Carter and CM Punk in like an actual fight?
CM Punk.
You take
by
Punk?
Far.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you what's weird. Like, I looked up how tall Aaron Carter was because he looked like 5'3". He's 6 feet tall. It's just Lamar Odom's 7 feet tall.
Yeah, dude. I kid you not, dude. I was, as you would say, I was cackling.
Yeah.
I was completely out of breath, hunched over, sweating, and like I have not laughed that hard. Just the face off alone. I was like, my brother is just next to me going, this is all a simulation. Life's a simulation. Yes. This isn't real. We were like, this cannot be real.
It was so stupid and amazing, and I loved it. Like, there are a lot of people that are like, oh, these circus fights, it's ruining boxing. No, it's not. Hell no, it's not. It's a fantastic. It's so stupid and ridiculous. I love it.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Man, that was funny when Aaron was like doing 360s running around at the end of that fight. Just he came out hot too. Like he was like throwing, like he was landing to the head, and like you could see through Lamar Odom's headgear that Lamar Odom was laughing while it was happening.
It was great. Guys, please leave a thumbs up on this video. Donate a super chat. We are live over at youtube.com/Fightful and Fightful MMA. But donate a super chat that helps us pay the bills a little bit. It would be appreciated. Also, Denise's show is over, so none of you scrubs have any excuses to not watch with us. I do in the future want to see if we can, like, I'm sure there's a site that does live stats, right? I'm sure there is.
Like for the MMA fights?
Specifically UFC pay-per-view fights, but I'm pretty sure there's a way we can cast or stream those stats at the very least. I'll figure that out eventually.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's an option there. But now we got flyweight title fight. Man, more WWE Raw booking. Rematches. This
one had to happen. This was a draw. Like this, and this was probably the best flyweight title fight I've ever seen.
They went to a non-finish. There was a distraction. They threw it out.
Oh my God. This is not Monday Night Raw, y'all. This is a different thing. Different thing. And thank you, Denise, if you happen to tune into this at any point for covering Impact tonight. So, so I don't have to spend as much time watching wrestling because I got plenty of thoughts on the NWA this week. I know that's going to take like half my show.
Boy. So we got more questions about the NWA this week than we did in the last 6 months, and it was all because of the women. Nobody cares about the men's stuff right now.
Yeah, I got plenty I can say about that. And then, of course, we had the big GCW moment with Cardona and the announcement that that's actually going to happen, I think, in July, that match for GCW.
Yep, GCW Homecoming, July 24th. Ya boy broke the news. That video that I posted is sitting at like 115,000 views. That's just on Twitter. Like the other platforms have like another 100,000. This is one of the hottest angles in wrestling.
Hell yeah, dude. That's good stuff.
Cardona is so self-aware. Like he knew that it's such a 94 Tommy Dreamer and then like a 97 Jerry Lawler and ECW type of thing. I could see him like holding onto the ropes while he lets Nick Gage hit him with light tubes. I could see it happening.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, if Cardona takes the pizza cutter, there's going to be an entire section of wrestling's audience that will like have respect for him that like didn't before. Like as weird as that is, like there. And that's the thing with Matt Cardona is like he definitely knows what he's getting into. Like I think some people like think he might be ignorant to like what he's doing. Like I think he's very, very smart for doing this.
That's one of the points of attraction, though, is that so many people think that he doesn't know what he's getting into.
Right. And I mean, yeah, that's gonna be wild because you still have the underlying feud between Mox and Gage going on as well. So like this kind of like holds us over until that happens, I feel like too. So I mean, there's just so much good stuff going on right now with GCW, and then on top of all the deathmatch stuff, you've got like Ninja Mac doing the coolest stuff ever. You've got like just all this great talent there. So yeah, I'll be talking about that on the Fightful Select Weekender podcast tomorrow afternoon. If you want to check that out, FightfulSelect.com.
Yeah, we have Denise covering all the monthly Impact stuff. So we can take that off your plate, so to speak. I just want to make sure almost like everything is covered. You know what I mean? Like I want to make sure all the national stuff is covered at the very least. So that's what the Weekender does, guys. If you're liking Steven here, there's so much stuff that he covers on that Weekender podcast. I hear a lot of you saying, well, you cover Raw, SmackDown, AEW, et cetera, et cetera. What about these other promotions? Steven Jensen's covering them. Oh, yeah. He is doing it.
I do a recommended show every week for IWTV. So, you know, if y'all want to check out some like indie wrestling and all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, the only two WWE shows I watch, 205 Live and NXT UK, that I think are the two best actual wrestling shows that they have, though. So I very much enjoy it. 205 Live, you get guys like Anthony Henry and, you know, Alex Zane and stuff now all the time. They're having some good shows.
I love August Gray. I really enjoy him.
He's great as well. They got a real good group. Then you got guys like Blake Christian just like waiting for their chance next. I mean, they're really stacking up. I love it.
Yeah. A lot of good stuff. We got the walkouts happening right now, Moreno and Figueredo. Man, Brandon Moreno is one of those guys that it's hard to not like a lot because, I mean, he's 27 right now. And I remember him in the opening days of Fightful. In 2016, we're approaching our 5-year anniversary, but he was on the Ultimate Fighter Tournament of Champions. It was the month after we released, or we launched Fightful, and it was the flyweight division. And it was, I think the winner got a title shot after that because Tim Elliott won. And Brandon Moreno lost to Pantoja, and then he ended up getting on a UFC show before I think the season even wrapped. Before the season had wrapped, he was fighting in the UFC because they needed somebody short notice against Smoka, and he won. And then he beat Ryan Benoit, and then he beat Dustin Ortiz, and that's back when that meant something. And it's like, whoa, he's coming back like every couple months and winning fights. And unfortunately, he ran into Pantoja again. He ran into Sergio Pettis again. And he has not lost since. He spent a little bit of time outside the UFC, came right back, and he's unbeaten in 5 fights. He's getting another crack at it. He's getting another flyweight title shot. A guy who lost out on the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, that's a really good point. You know, he was a guy that even back when it was a weird situation, back when Figueredo fought Alex Perez, because I thought Brandon Moreno deserved the shot then, and they wound up going with Perez instead, even though Moreno was ranked higher and they were fighting all in the same show. So I felt like Moreno got kind of screwed in that situation. But then the way things worked out, both guys fought on that show, both guys won, and then they both fought each other the month later on the pay-per-view. So, and then fought to a draw, and now we're here for the rematch. This is wild.
Buddy, I forgot Alex Perez even existed, much less that he got a title shot.
Yep, there you go.
Wild.
Deiveson Figueredo coming out to Mission Impossible music.
Ooh. Interesting. Remember when James Tahuna did the Men in Black walkout?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
That was great.
There was the guy's not at the UFC anymore. Juan Adams. He did Powerline from a Goofy movie one time.
Yep. I feel like Juan Adams had a WWE tryout once.
Dude, he reminded me so much of No Way Jose.
Of course. Yeah, he had a WWE tryout. We broke that news.
Oh, there you go. When was that?
I feel like 3 years ago. I think it was 2018. Yeah.
Okay, so it was a while ago. Gotcha. It's so funny talking to you about this stuff because, like, I'll bring something up. You're like, yeah, I broke the news on that. It's like, oh yeah, well, I guess you knew that.
Well, I feel like James Lynch might have broke the news on that one. Now that I think of it, James Lynch was so good at that. Like, he would talk to all these MMA people, and because he worked for Fightful, we were like, hey, listen, if you can get any wrestling stuff out of that, like, ask them about wrestling. We'll do a compilation. And there were so many scoops that emerged from that. Like, Dan Lambert would just let shit fly. And he knows what's not supposed to be said. He just didn't care. He's like, Dan Lambert, what's the matter? But there were so many people like Cyborg would talk about Becky Lynch and Luke Sanders when he was dating Becky Lynch back then. I mean, that was one of our most watched MMA interviews. Just because of who he was seeing at the time.
Sure. I met him multiple times in Nashville. We live very close to each other. Yeah. Good dude.
Yeah. James is really good at that.
That's awesome. Yeah. James is great. He's always grinding. I just anytime I see anything about him, it's a new interview with somebody. So, man, Figueredo just entered the cage. So we have both guys inside the octagon. Intro should be starting any second. And Figueredo had a hard time making weight again yesterday, so that could be interesting. I don't know if that's going to play a part in this, but he's had that issue more than once at this point. So, like, they got to get that figured out with his weight. I know he's already talking about wanting to fight for the bantamweight title too, if he can. But
yes,
you got to get through this first.
Our buddies over at True Heel Heat say, glad to see the two brothers on a Saturday night, including my new best friend and Charlie Conway to my Russ Tyler, Steven here.
SP3, that's my boy, dude.
He's great.
We recently found out we both actually are brothers through the family tree of Gordon Bombay. So yeah. If y'all want to watch that, once again, I'll plug it. It is on the Twitch, the Fightful Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Fightful Gaming. Me, Jeremy Lambert, Joel Hobart, and SP3 did a Mighty Ducks podcast the other day, about an hour and a half long, and it's probably the thing I'm most proud of that I've ever been a part of. So, we got Bruce Buffer in the octagon doing the introductions right now. That was funny when I was watching the dual screens for Against All Odds and UFC, and like I would forget which one was muted, and I'd be hearing like Bruce Buffer's voice, but like seeing Josh Matthews.
Lou DeBella said, just watch Nate Diaz, which makes watching Shakur Stevenson not taking a freaking risk infuriating. Boxing is the entertainment business, and the kid is too talented not to try to entertain. His opponent is basic, and this should be over. But to quote Tyson, you need to bring ass to get ass. Damn.
Okay.
There's a bet on Brandon Moreno. I think, what was it, a $6,000 bet? The payout would be $15,900.
On a $6,000 bet, is that what you said?
Yes.
Woo. Wish I had that kind of money. So we're throwing out $6,000 on a fight. You're throwing Figueredo right now. 21-1-1.
If you see me looking off to the side, I'm having a very interesting conversation with a high-level pro wrestler about their contract right now.
I guess, I mean, I'm not going to ask anything because
I can't say if it's coming up, if it's recently been re-signed, but I'm having a conversation right here.
Well, I've got some clarity for some people too, for the wrestling fans out there, because I've seen it reported a whole bunch of different ways lately. Lee Moriarty not signed to MLW.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to be with MLW. He actually direct messaged me to let me know that like it wasn't signed, and I was like, okay, good. Like, I heard it from you. Like, that's all I needed to hear. So that's exciting for me because he specifically said he loves being an independent contractor. So it's like, I love hearing that from a guy like that. He is so damn talented. Here we go. Fight's about to start, y'all.
It's just a shame, like, how much better this division could be. Like, I'm sorry, it wasn't worth them trading Ben Askren for Mighty Mouse. It wasn't. And a lot of people are like, oh, but Masvidal. Okay, so they got 1 year of a hot Masvidal. Okay. But I mean, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson just lost too. One of my all-time GOATs, but he also wasn't competing in the flyweight division.
Right. Yeah, those guys are much bigger. I mean, they had 135 at least. But yeah, that was a nasty knee he ate on the ground. I wish that was legal in the UFC. Like it was a really nice knee, which kind of surprised me too, because the way he hit it, we've seen so many people get hit in the head in the UFC and like be down forever. But like he got hit clean and was like right back up, and I was like, oh, okay,
yeah,
interesting. We got about 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first round, y'all. If you're watching along with us, and both guys are just kind of trading back and forth, and Moreno's being aggressive, keeping the kind of the center of the octagon.
A very flat-footed flyweight fight early on. I don't expect it to stay like that.
Yeah, especially if their first fight is any indication.
And Figueredo's management, very confident in him despite showing up to weigh-ins with like 20 seconds, 40 seconds left and making weight.
Yeah, literal last second.
Saying that he would crush Moreno.
Oh, big with a good hook to the body. Good leg kick from Moreno, but it was checked, I think. Oh, Moreno landed a left hand. It looked like it kind of stumbled Fig, but he no-sold it. So.
Yeah, that was a very nice left hand.
Nice leg kick from Moreno again. He's really making Figueredo like kind of back up and kind of second guess what he wants to do, I think. Figueredo with the right overhand right, but I don't think it landed. Nice elbow from Figueredo. Both guys just kind of feeling each other out still. Got about 2 minutes left in the first round for anyone watching with us.
If you are watching with us, leave us a thumbs up. Donate a super chat. It helps.
Yes, it does. Figueredo went for a leg kick. Moreno reacted with the left. Are they chanting Moreno? Is that what the crowd's saying?
I have it muted. Let me see.
Oh, okay. I think
they were booing. They were booing Deiveson as he came in.
A left. I think it was a straight left lands for
very
Moreno.
Good. That's another one from Moreno. That left has been finding a home.
And now we got Moreno on top. Big from the bottom, kind of trying to work under hooks, but probably just trying to buy some time because he got stuck with that left. It's a jab, they're saying on commentary.
Well, Moreno has taken this round.
Yeah. Fig on the bottom working the the butterfly guard from the bottom. And now they're in a wizard trying to get up. And they're back on the feet. That's one of my favorite things in like wrestling, those scrambles with those wizards. Just how much torque you can get on someone's shoulder like that. That was always one of the things for me when I was like undersized in amateur wrestling. If you got a good wizard, it really doesn't matter how much you weigh because like you can't really do anything about that movement. You got your news confirmed over there, Sean?
I'm working on it. I probably still won't publish it for a while, but just some interesting notes, which I mean, yeah.
So we're in between rounds right now. How the hell did the Fightful Select Twitter get verified and Fightful didn't? That makes no sense.
Okay, so I'll tell you why. I applied both the same day. I accidentally applied for one as a brand and the other one as a news outlet.
Oh.
So but the thing is, I can't remember which I applied for which. So in 30 days, when I apply for Fightful again, I'll hope that I got it right. And
okay, I was so confused by that. I was like, Fightful Select piggybacks off of Fightful, so how could that have gotten it in the other damn? But that actually makes sense. But wow, huh?
Yep. That was so frustrating. Random.
Round 2 about to start. We are at 4:55, so it just started.
Ready for Moreno to just he's going back to that lead left hook over and over again, and he's finding a home for it every time. I mean, it's not having the staggering thing.
Takedown by Figueredo. Half guard on the. Figueredo's got some sneaky submissions. The crowd is booing. They really don't like Figueredo, and they really like Moreno. Nice elbow to the body for Figueredo.
Yeah, I would keep going to those for a little while, especially if Moreno is just going to hold that spot there, and there he goes.
Yeah, this is kind of the position of I don't know if you watched Clarissa Shields fight on Thursday.
I didn't.
But like her opponent basically did this at the end of the fight. It was bizarre, dude. She like let go of a full armbar for no reason. I'm not saying it was fixed, but it was very strange how the momentum of that fight. It went from Shields was getting destroyed, gets put in an armbar. For whatever reason, her opponent just let go of it, and then the rest of the fight was pretty much what we're seeing right now. But like this position, and Shields just landing to the face. Yeah. Figueredo looks like he's working had him in like a guillotine choke position, but didn't have it. Moreno went for an up kick, didn't work, and Figueredo's back on. He's working a guillotine now, and he didn't get it. Moreno, wow, a lot happening right now. I can't really keep up.
Yeah, lots of scramble. It looked like he was about to take the back.
Yeah, Brandon Moreno with just knees to the ass and thighs.
Yeah. Stop breaking my butt. You're breaking my butt.
Right to the glutes.
It's like, I don't know if he thinks he's racking up points there, but I don't think it's doing much damage to Figueredo. I mean, he'll feel it in a day or two, but Figueredo tried to hold on to the cage. Didn't work. Got dragged down anyway. Moreno I thought he was working to get the hooks in, but he's just working to work that half guard position. Now he's in the guard of Figueredo. And this has progressively gotten in MMA to become a worse spot over the last few years, because if you're in somebody's open guard anymore, there's not a ton of offense that's been done. Like maybe you can prevent them from doing something, but the person on the bottom, as we just saw with Figueredo, land a lot of elbows. It's becoming more of a beneficial spot for the person on the bottom. Like we see Moreno landing some very light stuff, but then we got Figueredo with a lot of leverage and a lot of space and a lot of momentum off of his back to throw elbows downward, throw elbows across, throw elbows up. It's a unique position in where you're in a better spot on your back. At least there, it's a good place to be.
Yeah, very reminiscent of like Tony Ferguson's game plan, you know, like that made him really successful during his big run. Like people could take him down, but like if he's keeping, if they're getting elbowed in the head, like, I mean, I'm a pretty big believer in, wrestling definitely matters and position definitely matters. But like if you got a guy on the ground and you're just getting hit in the face the entire time, like you're losing. So
Moreno had the back or the waist lock. Figueredo rolled right through. I think Figueredo might be content to sit here in that guard and keep throwing those elbows. Because in that exchange, Figueredo won that exchange. I mean, I don't know how the judges will look at it, but I mean, I can tell you personally, I would. Now, this is much better. Moreno's posture is very, very high up on Figueredo. Now, Figueredo does not have all that room. He does not have space to throw elbows. But now we see the posture change. Whenever Moreno goes up, Figueredo has that space. Whenever he sinks down towards Figueredo's hips, we see him have that range. But here, right on top of him, almost crown to chin, he doesn't have a lot of that. We saw it a lot in the Bisping GSP fight, actually. A lot of really good elbow guard work. And, yeah, I mean, Figueredo was happy to ride that one out.
Yep, second round ended. Moreno sitting in his corner. Yeah, I think Figueredo did. I mean, he definitely did more damage there. So, I mean, that's how I would see that as well. Oh my God. Peter, thank you for the super chat. I'll get that pulled up real quick. I know Sean's got some work to the other side there. We got Peter with the super chat says, thanks for covering this. Really appreciate the commitment to capturing all the events. Who you got in the last two ballots? Hashtag FTF, hashtag is a contract about Lily.
It is not. It is not Lily or Lily related or anybody related to Lily or, yeah. But I have Moreno based on the way things are going, and I have Adesanya.
Yeah, so going into this, I had Figueredo and I had Adesanya as well. So as where we're at right now, I think Moreno's looking better than Figueredo is. Like, if I had to bet based on right now, I would say Moreno as well. But we both have Adesanya for the main event, it sounds like.
And Moreno, a minus 325 in the live odds.
Yeah. Moreno still holding the center of the octagon. Throwing some jabs. Didn't land. Oh. Kick to the body from Figueredo.
It was a nice one. Technique wasn't like wonderful on it, but I mean, it's still, I mean, if it lands, it lands. So who gives a shit?
It was no Joe Rogan, spinning kick, but
yeah. Moreno landed a nice leg kick and Figueredo countered it really well. So they both got a little offense there. And again, Moreno with that lead left hook, he's finding a home for it on entries, on exits, at the beginning of combos, at the end of combos.
Moreno gets him down, got both hooks in and his back. Switch to the figure four on the body.
Oh, there Moreno's we go. Working. So as I was mentioning earlier, like you don't see people cross their feet. Instead they go for a figure four like this, and it locks people down so much more.
He might be under the chin of Figueredo. He's trying to peel away from it.
He doesn't have a good angle on it right now, but also Figueredo's hand is kind of, I don't know if it's stuck in there or if he's peeling.
There you go. He just got this. He's separated. Got some space, but he's still in a lot of danger there. I mean,
yeah. If I'm Moreno, I just keep switching the arm over and over again. Switch the arm. Switch the arm. This offense is really good for him, and then you wait for Figueredo to slip up, and you sink it in. I would keep him here this entire time.
100%. Oh! Now he's squeezing. He might be under the chin. I think he is under the chin. Yep,
he's under it.
Yep, he's tapping. That's it.
Figueredo peeling, but that's it.
Wow.
New flyweight champion.
Brandon Moreno chokes out Deiveson Figueredo. Was that the third round?
Yeah.
Whew. The guts in Moreno, dude. That kid dug deep. That first fight was hell for both guys. He came in here with a great game plan. Got the job done, man. You'd love to see something like that. Figueredo showing him respect.
Guy that lost his way out of the Ultimate Fighter. Less than 5 years later, he is UFC champion.
Awesome story. Figueredo, they're hugging in the middle of the cage. Figueredo and Moreno. I mean, great show of respect all the way around.
Yep. I mean, he lost his way out of the UFC too.
Moreno did?
Yeah, he was.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, he got bounced. He got released at one point.
I didn't even remember that. Wow. I mean, this whole division almost got bounced. And I mean, when DJ got traded, it was like, what's going to happen to all these guys? And we've had some pretty damn good fighters come through as champion now. I mean, this is a huge, huge moment for Brandon Moreno right here. Really good stuff.
Amazing. What a win. What a performance. He looked outstanding. Yeah, Brandon Moreno was like not in the UFC 2 years ago.
That's unreal. Wonder if Cejudo saw this and he's like,
It's just I couldn't care less about Henry Cejudo.
Really?
Like, I think that he thought that it would cause like a big stir, but I just hardly ever hear anybody say, you know what, we need him back.
It was pretty hilarious how, like, the difference in the ways the UFC treated, like, Henry Cejudo when he retired. They were like, great, give us the belt. We're going to go ahead and move on with the division.
Yes.
Habib, they're like, hey, Habib, like, you sure you want to leave? Like, we really don't want you going anywhere.
Dana White was all, you know me, I never asked somebody to keep fighting if they retire when it was Henry. But when it was Habib, oh, he's going to fight. He's going to fight. He's going to fight.
There's footage of Dana sitting next to Habib and literally saying stuff like, I mean, you know how much money we'd make if we did you and Connor again? Like, you know how much we'd make. Oh, man. Good for Brandon Moreno. And Figueredo is really handling this well. I mean, this is just great sportsmanship. This is a great example of mixed martial arts right here.
Figueredo should probably give 135 a crack.
That's a good idea. If he's having problems making the weight consistently at this point, like,
yeah.
Why not?
Man, I mean, the man's 33 years old now. He's missed weight before.
Yep. Man.
Good sportsmanship there.
Yeah, now we got Joe Rogan about to talk to him. Moreno's got his family there. I'm assuming that's his wife and his daughter or his girlfriend. I'm not sure what his situation is, but he is overcome with emotion. He's going to have a hard time talking, I think.
Can't wait to hear what he says.
Take your mouthpiece out.
Man, good for him.
It's so much cooler that, like, it's a packed house of fans and everything again. Like, Brandon Moreno's basically talked about how he just, like, this is all surreal to him and he just can't even believe it. He keeps looking at the belt, looking out at the crowd. Joe Rogan talked about the adjustments he made for this fight, which he really did. He looked fantastic. Moreno said he trained 6 months for this fight.
God.
It's already been that long since the first fight? Wow.
I thought it was last. No? Was it? I don't.
Maybe he means between the last 2 fights he's been fighting.
Maybe.
6 months
Must
for
be.
him. That would make sense too. Reno putting a message out there in Spanish, which I can't translate, unfortunately, for anybody.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Cody Garbrandt showing him some respect on Twitter. He's the real loser out of all this. He was supposed to fight. This was supposed to be his fight, and now he's not a contender at bantamweight or flyweight.
Yep. Probably shouldn't have been anyway.
Oh, no, right, for sure. I agree.
Working on the stats piece for UFC 263. That'll be up in the morning, guys. Got a lot of nice little details in there.
There you go. Man, what a great moment. I'm glad we got to share that together, Sean. And guess what?
Great.
We still have another title fight to go.
I know.
Oh, they're going to talk to Figueredo. Rogan's talking to him now. Figueredo just said that Moreno is the better man tonight, just giving him nothing but respect for the win. All right. Figueredo says he wants to fight in 4 months from now. Does that mean he wants Moreno again? I don't know if they run that one back or not, but I mean, they could, I guess. I don't.
Yeah, it's like what else?
I'm going to pull up the rankings right now. So at flyweight, we are looking at obviously Moreno's the champion. Askarov is going to be the next one up, possibly.
Oh, those are the fellas that
Nate Diaz was going to hang out with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so out of the loop on some of this stuff. Like, I could tell you everything about Aaron Carter, but, like, I don't know anything about this, like, TikTok versus, like, boxing and all that stuff. Or TikTok versus YouTubers or whatever they're doing now.
Yeah.
Also. I think the Nelk boys are, like, I don't know if they're fighting, but I know they're, like, involved in that scene or whatever. Marvin Vettori looks like he's ready to kill somebody right now. Showing him warming up backstage. He got a look in his eyes right now, like ready to die. Joe Rogan on commentary. They thought they were off mic. I can't believe we're going to title fight. Showing a promo right now for Conor McGregor, probably hyping up him and Poirier's trilogy.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Connor fights next month. Jesus.
It's going to be good stuff. I have the watch along right here, right in the same place, everybody. If you enjoy this and you like seeing what you're seeing right now on your screens and hear what you're hearing on your screens right now, join us for all the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
I'll be doing like all the UFC stuff, unless there's like a card that just has literally no buzz whatsoever about it. I'll be here at least for the main event with y'all. Yeah. So keep joining us. And
the best part, we'll be here with our pubes trimmed. Thanks to manscaped.com. Oh my God. Look at this thing. Manscaped.com. Let your freak flag fly. We're not flying this thing at half mast. You know us. And it's well manicured. Our flagpole looks beautiful. Thanks to manscaped.com. Code Fightful. And let me tell you, your wiener is not going to look like Nate Diaz when all is said and done. Not when you use manscaped.com and the code Fightful. They are the global leaders in below-the-waist grooming, and they just dropped that Lawnmower 4.0. I know you guys are excited about it as I am. My God, look, the flag has me so flustered. The skin-safe technology has me flustered. Father's Day's coming up. Do you or your dad travel a lot? If so, the 4.0 is the perfect trimmer for home and on the go. This upgraded trimmer contains a multi-function on-off switch. You can turn the light, the 4000K LED spotlight on and off, and it's waterproof. You can now shave your nuts in the dark, but it won't be too dark because you got that light on it, my friends. The Lawnmower 4.0 even lets you customize your trim. Maybe you're looking to just lower the hedges a little bit. You don't want to do complete landscaping and uproot everything. You get to pick. It's time to pull the plug on those wired trimmers. And there's also other Manscaped formulas. You've got ball toner. You've got cologne, which is not meant for your nuts. It's just meant for you. It's just, something that makes you smell good. And right now you get 20% off plus free shipping with the code Fightful at manscaped.com. 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Code Fightful.
Dude whipped out a flag, a Manscaped flag, talking about pubes. That was
your balls will thank you.
That was good stuff, dude.
Ole,
I am proud to be involved in Fightful. This is the kind of content that really makes me happy to look at Sean. Look at Sean over here. He's shadow boxing with his Manscaped flag. Pubes are fresh.
That's right.
Didn't Nate Diaz nick his nuts up because he's got the light on his trimmers?
It's amazing. It's a beautiful life. This fucking life, Steven. This fucking life.
Yeah. What's up, Issa? Welcome to the chat. This is a big Manscaped commercial now, so thank you for joining us.
Listen.
Man, that's awesome. Thank you, Manscaped, for being a part of the show. That's incredible.
Yes, of course. You guys see the beautiful ad on the ring in there. Give them some love. Hey, even if you guys don't order their products, at least tell them, hey, we heard about you via Sean Ross Sapp. We heard about the general idea of pubic care via Sean Ross Sapp and Fightful and Steven Jensen.
Yeah, and Steven Jensen. Yeah, throw that in there too.
Yeah, include him.
Yeah. All I can think about is the South Park where Cartman buys pubes with Scott Tenorman when you talk about this stuff.
There you go.
Like you don't want to wind up like Cartman, right? Like shave your own pubes. Don't buy somebody else's.
You never know what will happen. If you don't shave your pubes and you don't take care of yourself, I mean, we saw what happened to Scott Tenorman.
Yeah, and his whole family.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Things did not end well for him.
No, they did not. And unfortunately, you can't use pubes.
Don't eat your family. Use Manscaped.
Don't wind up eating your own family.
Oh man.
Oh, this good stuff, dude. I'm very proud of you in this channel, Sean. This is great. This is great stuff. Oh my God. We got a style bender promo now. He definitely shaves his pubes with Manscaped.
He for sure does.
Oh man.
Do you think his drawing power was hurt at all by losing to Blachowicz?
I don't know. This is going to tell a lot about Adesanya, I think.
Yeah.
And also because Vettori is the kind of guy who might be able to implement a similar style to what Blachowicz could do. So, yeah. I as far as the drawing power, I'd say probably not. But like, if he winds up getting smoked or even loses this one, I think it will take him down. Because at least in part of the problem too is like all the trash talk with Jones and stuff. They really had all these things they could set up for Adesanya, and he just can't be losing if they want to set that kind of stuff up. So, man, I'm gonna grab another drink real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure. I just realized I've got some dead air here. Sorry about that. Doing some side work, if you know what I'm saying. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you guys are liking Steven on this show. He's fantastic. He's done great work for us for years. Good chance that we might have him do some video editing work as well. Just some really cool stuff on the way for Fightful.com. But we will be here for the Conor McGregor fight. I imagine I'll be here for that as well. The UFC pay-per-views, I expect it to be around for, but we got Israel Adesanya, and it's main event time.
Joel, I just saw you tweeted something about this. What do we got here? That's a good picture, Joel. Thank you for tweeting that. I'll throw that a retweet right now. Sean looking demented with that Manscaped flag. That's great.
They were like, hey, do you have any cool ideas for the flag? And I'm like, why would you even ask me? Like, all due respect, Dominic, but come on.
Oh man. Oh, shout out also, man. I didn't even know you'd done Botchamania. I just saw you on there the other day. Yeah.
Matthew hit me up. Darian says, damn, didn't know you guys were doing a watch along. This pay-per-view has been like a movie. What a crazy pay-per-view. Hope Izzy smacks around Vettori's melon. There will be watch-alongs for almost every UFC pay-per-view. For example, or UFC show. Like last week's Rosenstruck fight, I hit up Steven. I was like, listen, we'll go live for Mayweather instead. That will also happen for big circus freak show fights and maybe some big boxing fights too. I mean, why not? We're Fightful.
Yeah, I'm set up, ready to go for Chavez and Anderson Silva if we want to cover that as well. So that could be fun. There could be some interest in that one. Let me know in the chat, y'all. Do y'all want to see the Chavez and Anderson Silva boxing fight? I think that could be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm all for. I'm all for it.
Yeah, because I'm not real big on I know the big boxers, right? Like the really obviously like anything that has to do with the Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury.
Yeah, if like Fury and Wilder, obviously like it's something we'll want to watch.
Right.
But yeah, I'm all for it, and we'll be on any number of our channels. And as I told them, like I've got some other ideas I'm going to pitch your way because you got some sweet video editing skills.
I do. That's kind of my thing. I love video editing. That's my favorite thing to do, actually. I love doing this kind of stuff. Like I love doing the camera and being a part of this and getting to watch shows with other people and stuff. It's awesome. But it's hard to consider this real work. I mean, it is, but it isn't. You know what I mean? As far as work, video editing is my favorite thing in the world to do, man. It's just fun. I like hearing the voice of what I'm supposed to put onto the screen and then putting something on that screen. It's a fun challenge for me. So yeah, and anyone who's in the chat right now, you need any extra video editing stuff, I'm the guy to hit up. Joel says he has nightmares still from the Mayweather fight. That wound up being a lot more entertaining than I think anyone expected it to be, though. Me and Sean watched that. Oh, that's right, Joel. From being the mod in the chat, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, that was a rough night in the chat. We got Vettori in the cage.
Apologies for the dead air, guys.
You're good. You got some news over there?
Working on it.
Okay.
Fightfulselect.com, guys. That's where to go. Subscribe. We break more news than anybody in wrestling these days. I'm really proud of it. And we have a bunch of great shows. We have Steven's Weekender podcast. I've got 2 shows as well. Michael Redden says, I'm all for paying you $5 to hear you comment on that fight. Hey, every dime helps on this stuff. Can't tell you how much it does help. Please also leave us a thumbs up. But here comes Israel Adesanya.
We got the whole arena. It's all green lights. It's pretty cool. Is this like a Linkin Park song?
Yep.
Kind of didn't expect that for Izzy. He usually comes out to like something totally different than this, but okay. We had some Linkin Park earlier with Damian Maya as well.
Yeah.
All right, so he's coming out in like a samurai. This probably is a reference to something I just don't know about, like an anime maybe or something. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely not something I'm hip to. That's for sure.
Looks kind of like Raiden's head dress or whatever you call that.
Yeah,
hat. Pretty cool mask. Hang Tight Promotion saying it's a Mortal Kombat reference. Okay. I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah, I mean, if it's Raiden, then yeah, I get it. I just hadn't seen Raiden in that mask, and I haven't played a Mortal Kombat game in a very long time.
Yeah, I did not see the new movie. I just heard too many bad things about it.
It's a lot of fun. I liked it.
Oh, really? You liked it?
Yeah.
Okay. Throw y'all's predictions in the chat, y'all. If you have any super chats, like we will make sure to read out your predictions so everyone hears them. But even if you don't, like I just want to see just what people are thinking about this fight. This is a close fight, y'all. I mean, they fought to a split decision last time. I mean, I've got Adesanya. Sean has Adesanya.
Yeah.
Want to know what y'all are thinking. Doug in the chat, what's up, dude? RVD Tito for life.
Man, the first YouTubers I watched.
Yeah, it's weird being the new Bill over there, but I'm obviously kidding. Bill's a great dude. We did a reunion episode. I don't know if you caught it, but me, Bill, and Doug did an episode together.
Listen, it's very not like you then to not cover this Impact pay-per-view. I guess you could say you're not a TNA addict.
Right. Ooh, that's a deep cut. No, I've been trying to get Doug back into. He watches the watch-alongs every now and then with us on. But yeah, good to see you in here, dude. It looks like everyone's got Izzy from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Oh, that's right. Doug's saying he's waiting for crowds. He's big on like the no crowd thing hurting the product.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, so like to his point, so much of our reviews that we did on Fightful were consisted of who's over, who gets a good crowd reaction, who do fans not care about. I literally don't know who's over right now outside of AEW. In any other wrestling company, it's hard to really gauge who the hell's over.
Yeah, I'm real interested in hearing the response for McIntyre, like on a consistent basis. Like, I think he'll get a big pop initially, but he was like their big project over this last year, and I don't I like him a lot. I think he's great. But I'm interested to see how that goes. Oh no, hang tight. We were talking about UFC predictions. Yes.
Yeah.
Vettori's over there headbutting the cage. He is amped. And there was a lot of bad blood heading in this one too. Like the last handful of press conferences and stuff, you can tell these guys really want to beat each other up. Ooh. We got Bruce Buffer right now doing the introductions, just keep everyone updated on kind of what we're seeing. He's about to introduce Vettori.
Oh, I'm so excited for this now. What method do you think Adesanya wins? Do you think it goes all 5, or do you think that it ends early?
If I had to make a choice, I would say Adesanya ends it in it's going to be late though, in the 4. I'll say the 4th, just for the sake of making a prediction.
For reference, their first fight was a split decision win for Adesanya, but that was over 3 years ago.
Yes. Who do you have? I know you have Adesanya, but do you think it's a late stoppage as well? You think it goes the distance?
Yeah, I think it's probably a late stoppage or a middle to late round stoppage, because Adesanya has improved so much over those 3 years, even. He's become a more complete fighter.
Yeah. MH Villain, do you want more indie coverage? Fightful Select Weekender podcast, man. You might already be listening, and if you are, please continue to. I do my best to cover anything that I think is really, really, I guess important, for lack of a better word, on the indie scene every Sunday.
For reference, in their first fight, 63% of fans had it scored for Adesanya, 34.5% had it for Vettori, and then 2.7% had it for a draw.
Okay. I remember when I watched it thinking Adesanya won 2 of the rounds. I haven't gone back to rewatch it though, heading into this fight. No glove touch before the fight.
88% of media had it for Adesanya in their first fight as well.
Okay, there you go. Woo. Adesanya's in the corner barking at him. It's hard to figure out what he did to Robert Whittaker also, though. That early, just caught him super early.
Yeah.
I was in Atlanta for the Gastelum fight, and that was a war. That's part of why I took Adesanya in this, too, is I've seen him overcome the adversity to get the win, Good leg kicks from Adesanya early.
Vettori pressing forward early on, but Adesanya, kind of like what we saw with Edwards earlier in the night, I don't think he's going to let Vettori's game plan affect his.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
I forgot the size difference there too, as far as reach and height.
Ooh, Vettori caught a leg kick and took down Adesanya. He's got him in full guard.
There we go. Adesanya's got his knees folded up high towards the shoulders of Vettori. And Vettori's staying very active and close to Adesanya, who is working to get up, but is effectively, he was pinned, and you're not allowed, you're not able to get up on your hips when you do that. And right now, Vettori is so high up on Adesanya's body against the cage, it's going to be hard for Adesanya to pull that off. But he rolled through, like briefly threatened like an arm bar. And when Vettori pulled his arm out, Adesanya rolled through and got up. That was pretty good.
Yeah, really nice, really nice to get out of that, back up to the feet. And Vettori's, he's got a leg and he's trying to get them back to the ground, it looks like. Adesanya caught him with a good elbow, though. And they separated back to the feet. That's big for Vettori, though, to be able to get a takedown that early without much issue, because that could play a big factor later on if Adesanya's striking is outmatching Vettori's. If Vettori can go to that takedown, that's going to help him a ton.
Yeah.
Don't know what that was. Vettori's pressuring, but we see this a lot from Adesanya. This isn't really out of the ordinary. Adesanya, kind of the game plan he's implementing right now. Vettori's not connecting, but like he's throwing a lot of lefts. I think Adesanya caught him once. Ooh. Adesanya with a good combo, 1-2 and a leg kick.
Oh, nice. That was a very nice combo. I'm about a second and a half behind you, but
I can pause it for a second and get you caught up.
Yeah, Adesanya chucking those two and then throwing the leg kick towards the end of that was just really, really good.
Where are you at time-wise?
53.
Are you like 49 right now?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Ooh, he's just chopping away at that leg now. Beautiful. Starting to see the leg get red on Vettori.
Ooh, Adesanya went up top.
Lightly connected with a head kick, enough to keep the threat there. Oh, that was a bad leg kick. Didn't turn the hips into it. Didn't do anything. Telegraph that. Oh.
It's going to be a big factor, too, Vettori's cardio. Like, he looks like he might already be breathing out of his mouth.
Yep.
Ooh, Adesanya with a good right as the round ends.
Great shot on the way out there.
I mean, Vettori looks like he's already taking some pretty deep breaths in his corner.
Yep.
Adesanya is like just chilling. Yeah, even though Vettori landed the takedown, couldn't really do anything with it. Adesanya got that one, that round. Round 2 starting right now.
Yeah, the more I watch this, the more I think it'll probably be Adesanya late second, probably third.
Yeah,
seeing Vettori breathe like that is not promising at all for him.
I agree. And Adesanya, even since this round started, he's landed 2 really clean leg kicks.
And Adesanya slipping Vettori stuff and countering with stuff like that head kick.
Yeah, if he can get Vettori worried about protecting that leg and then goes high, this could be...
Vettori, I think, is going to have to hope he catches Adesanya with something, because I don't think at this point he's going to land any takedown of note. I think Adesanya will probably get back up to his feet pretty quickly. I think we're about to see Adesanya pick apart Marvin Vettori even more than we just have.
Yeah, I'm with. Vettori's trying to get on the inside, and Adesanya just his head move, and he's able to just get out of there. He's up against the cage right now, but still nothing. Vettori's like throwing a lot of jabs and straights and stuff, but just nothing's landing. So he's just using a lot of energy. And Adesanya's just kind of hanging back, avoiding strikes, landing leg kicks. Vettori's going for another takedown, but I don't think he's going to get that.
No. I think he might briefly. Oh, no. Adesanya's got that wide base. Now he's going to throw the elbows. Vettori's going to have to get his head out there. He's going to lose leverage on the double. Yep, good
takedown defense from Adesanya.
Yep, and he had to take his head out. He's got no leverage on that double, and Adesanya got right out.
Yep, and that takes energy too. Vettori wasn't already. I mean, we know he's already tired, but it's just going to tire out even more. Working for takedowns and not getting them, and he just keeps whiffing. With Vettori's game plan, there is a chance, like you said, that he could catch him. Like if he throws one of those Chris Weidman to Anderson Silva type combos where he's like way out in one end and just throws one where he thinks his head might wind up type thing. But Adesanya is so good about just telegraphing everything Vettori's doing. And he keeps trying that head kick too. Like I love when guys do that, when they work the legs for a while and then they start trying to check the leg kicks and boom, go up top. Or do a boss root and go right to the liver. That's scary too. I mean, that's as great as Adesanya is, that's sketchy to watch him do with his hands down, just moving his head around.
Absolutely.
Good uppercut from Adesanya.
Adesanya is going in and out here. He's slipping, going back in, and you don't know if he's going to go in with a straight, with a hook, or with a head kick even. Or if he'll just throw a raw leg kick. And normally, you would advise somebody to throw a raw leg kick, but Vettori is of no threat.
Right.
Rob Reed says, I swear Izzy has entered the Matrix tonight. He's just standing right there, letting Vettori bring him whatever he wants, and then just there's that leg kick again.
Yep.
He set it up with a feint leg kick, though, and then went to the outside. That's not easy to do. It's not easy to feint a leg kick and then do a leg kick.
Right.
And then have it land.
Vettori on the inside, still... land one jab to his head, to Izzy's forehead. Going for a takedown again. His hands might be clasped behind Izzy. Doesn't have it anymore though. Yep. Outside of that one takedown so far, Izzy's takedown defense has been really, really good.
Yeah.
And like we've been saying, Vettori's only going to keep getting more tired, and it's just going to be harder and harder to try to do this. Adesanya just popped right out of there and separated. Adesanya keeps going up top with that head kick. Like one of these is going to slip through.
Yeah. Look at Vettori looks
almost
Vettori.
Scared.
I don't want to say looks horrified, but he looks like he knows something is coming.
Yeah, like when he was backing up just then, he was trying to check a leg kick, but keep his hands up. I think he's just confused as to where Izzy's going to be coming from.
My God. Two rounds, round. Israel Adesanya very easily.
Yeah, great round for Adesanya there. Thanks for joining us on this tonight, y'all. Everyone in the chat, I'm seeing the numbers are going up for this. So this is great. Hope y'all are enjoying our commentary and enjoying this fight card.
Yeah, as these go along, we're going to look to add some more features to it, like maybe some stats or anything like that. Lots of cool stuff. But if you're watching live, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, donate a super chat. Helps an awful lot.
Adesanya is just so calm in between rounds.
Adesanya does not look arsed whatsoever. He's just like, meh, okay.
Eugene Behrman's just like calmly talking to him. They're just hanging out in between rounds. And then Vettori on the other end's like breathing deep, and like his corner's probably like, all right, do this, do that, do this, do that. Like, man, this is I mean, Vettori's like really, really worked up too. You can really tell like just the way he's moving around and the way his eyes look and stuff. Like he's. And the thing for Marvin too is like he's going for it. Like I thought he landed a knee to his head on that takedown attempt. Vettori went right through it and got a takedown. So we got Vettori on top.
Good for him. This is the best possible place for Marvin Vettori.
100%.
Is on top of Israel Adesanya, close to his body, high up, near his face. That way Adesanya can't throw those elbows. And hopefully Adesanya, for his sake, can't get up to his left hip and sort of scramble out of there. Adesanya is close to the cage. His free hip is away from the cage, so that's not good for Adesanya.
And yeah, still up to this point, Vettori just hasn't, even though he's got like good position, he's controlling him on the ground. He's not really doing anything with it still. He's only so long. I mean, like, he can try to like win this round, I guess, by being just active enough to like, oh, then Adesanya is scrambling. Vettori has his back.
Oh, man.
Oh, Adesanya just
this
fell
could
right
be
into that.
huge. This could be huge.
Oh, my God. Oh, wow.
Oh, Adesanya got out of it. That was
wild.
Marvin Vettori's best chance.
Yes.
Right there, what we saw. A sweeping power double and then taking Adesanya's back. And now you see Vettori here close his guard for a while because he was like, you know what? Maybe I can reverse this. Maybe I can sort of change the momentum. But now Adesanya's out of it. If I'm Adesanya, I probably... Yeah, I don't mess around here. I get out and stand straight up.
He's got his leg. Not for long. Not for long.
And now Adesanya is back where he wants to go. What do we got here? An eye poke?
I missed what happened there.
What do we got here?
We got to see if this is legit because that's an old wrestling trick right there too. Like get yourself some extra time to catch your breath. Never mind. Nope, that was right in the eye. That was an eye poke. I take that back. Oh, and Vettori's right back in. Like they just started. Go ahead, John.
Oh, yep, it was. I think I'm a little bit behind you.
Oh, okay. Let me.
It's okay. I'll fix it. I'm at 243, 242, 1, 0, 39, right. 38. Yes, that was an eye poke. Oh, that leg kick was crispy.
He went 228, 7, 6.
Johnny G asked if we do any MMA training. I don't do as much anymore. I did catch can wrestling, MMA, kickboxing. I started in 2009. I did some pro wrestling training as well.
Yeah. I saw one of your matches online a long time ago.
Boy, I try to get rid of them.
Yeah.
I do it more for fun than anything.
I don't train MMA. I wrestled in high school and my brother owns a boxing gym up the street. So like I hit pads fairly often, but like I don't consider myself like that I train MMA, but I know a little bit about what it's like, I guess. See Dominic Guarini did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament today. Got back in?
Yeah, I saw that he's got a match with Billy Scott, who I actually got to train with one time, train under one time at a Billy Robinson seminar.
Oh, wow.
He demonstrated a shin lock on me, and it fucking hurt real bad.
I bet it did. He's the man.
That seminar was like the wildest thing. I was a few months removed from like a really, really bad wreck. And my coach was up there learning from Billy Robinson. And very clearly he wanted to do the right thing. He wanted to impress Billy Robinson. And what that resulted in was a one-on-one demonstration of a half-hatch suplex about 40 straight times on me. That was fun. And Billy Robinson going, do it again. Do it again. I'm like, please don't. So,
good leg kick by Adesanya, drops Vettori.
Oh, and Vettori's shaking his head. What are you shaking your head about? You got dropped with a calf kick.
Yeah, he's probably kind of freaking out at this point. Like,
yeah,
like just nothing he can bring to the table. I mean, outside of just catching him with just, I'm not going to say a lucky punch because it wouldn't, but it's like outside of there's just nothing else he can do.
Yeah.
Like, because even at this point, if he was to take down Adesanya for the next 2 rounds, he's going to lose. So
yeah.
Oh, right in the nuts. That was a
damn.
Dick kick. It's like 3 seconds left in the round. There was just a blatant dick kick. I mean, it wasn't intentional, but it was that landed flush. It's another good way of like, you're already gassed out that he get kicked in the dick that hard. Like,
oh yeah.
It'd be smart for Vettori to take the entire amount of time he could right now, and then just the bell rings, he got 3 seconds, and then he gets another break in between rounds.
I'm surprised that he didn't take more time with the eye poke. If I were him, I would have.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been the smart thing to do.
So here we are, round 4. Didn't expect that.
Adesanya still chilling the same way he has every round. He just kind of, I've never really seen something like that before. He just has one arm up on the top of the cage. He's done it every round, just kind of leaning up against the cage as Behrman just kind of calmly coaches him. Vettori's corner is like just trying to figure something out for Vettori, and he's still huffing and puffing in the corner. But one thing I'll definitely say about this that I guess needs to be said, Vettori, like, this is, like, I say unfortunately, there was really good fights on the show, but I was at the Romero and Adesanya fight for as well, and it's like, sometimes I feel like depending on Adesanya's opponent, it could wind up being really, really boring if they're not engaging, and Vettori's at least going for it.
This has seemed like a matter of time.
Yeah. Adesanya's just so good at just staying out of the way. And he just sees everything Vettori is doing coming from a mile away. Another great calf kick. Adesanya is, I mean, he's just combos, just jab, back down to a leg kick, nice right hook.
Yeah, whenever Adesanya gets any sort of distance, he comes right back, and then he gets really unpredictable. You don't know what he's going to throw at you. But then when you close the distance, it's like he's going to catch you with those great counters.
Exactly.
And there's that double, and Vettori's going to have to pull the head out again if Adesanya can get an angle on these elbows. Those punches aren't doing anything. He's just wasting leverage and momentum throwing those punches. But now Vettori might be able to scoop him out.
Yeah.
Might be able to. Needs to walk. No, he got too high. But now he's going for a trip. There you go.
Yeah.
But you have Adesanya's free hip towards the cage, and you get a reversal.
Yep. All right, he's got both his feet. Sharpshooter? No. All right. No.
Yeah, ideally you want the free hip away from the cage. That way they don't have it to push off the cage. They don't have it to kind of scoot themselves up. I feel like Vettori would have been better off pulling his hips backwards when he had that leverage and had his hands clasped, but he's the one in the title fight, not me. So.
True. But no, that's good analysis there with like, that's stuff that most people don't pick up on is like the hip placement versus like where the cage is and all that stuff. I'm glad that you're bringing that up. Oh, nice question mark kick from Adesanya. Then he kicked low to the leg afterwards. Vettori's still just like throwing jabs and leg kicks, just hoping to make something happen, but is he just staying out of the way, slipping around, flipping his head? Another good. The way Izzy's mixing it up is just so nice. Like, I mean, just going from just 1-2 punching combos right to leg kicks, and Vettori just doesn't know what to defend.
And even like the brief glimpses that we've seen, Vettori was at his best when he was probably high up on Adesanya, but he kept going to that half guard, and that's where he would lose. He would lose control on the ground. Now I know there's not a lot of offense that he could really do from left Adesanya's guard. That was a good left right there. I thought that was more than what it was, but Adesanya came right back and looked good.
Yeah. Oh, Adesanya.
Oh boy, Adesanya made Vettori pay there. I try to not say he made him pay. Pronouns, pal.
True.
On those UFC commercials, when they promote any show, they can just take any clip of Joe Rogan flipping out because he goes, "He hurt him."
Yeah,
and it applies to anybody. They could do that for a Bilal Muhammad fight, and we wouldn't know any better.
Very true. Very true. Vettori's going for a takedown again up against the cage. There's about 22 seconds left on my screen, and it's just another one. Same position for those you watching at home. I mean, it's Vettori just trying to work. It looks like he's trying to work a single, but like there's only 10 seconds left. He's just not going to get it. Adesanya is defending well. Adesanya is hulking up. He's doing his hand cup to the crowd, trying to get the crowd into it. He's actually spanking. He just grabbed Vettori by the ass.
Wow.
That was. Remember, Adesanya is also like had people down and like on all fours and like made motions towards them and stuff. He's done some kind of questionable stuff.
Yeah, it's some weird shit.
Yeah, that was. There's checking your opponent's oil, and then there's whatever just happened there. So, Vettori's corner is like just yelling to just do something. See.
So we're heading into the final round.
Yeah, round 5 coming up. I mean, I think it's been 4 rounds to none Adesanya. Beatbop Pro, doesn't that mean Izzy tapped out? That would have been funny. That would have been funny. Wow.
That is sort of at the referee's discretion to a reasonable degree.
True. Adesanya with another nice leg kick to open the round up.
And Vettori blocked it, but still, it ain't feeling good.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, this will not be a split decision win if it goes the distance. If Izzy lasts 4:30, he's got this one wrapped up.
Yep, and we're right back into that same spot. Vettori trying to get his hands clasped. He's got him like a bear hug up against the cage, but like nothing. Even if Adesanya just let him take him down at this point, if he just defends on the ground, he's gonna win. I mean, like,
yeah. So
Vettori really, this seems kind of counterproductive here. Like you might as well just. I mean, Vettori just needs to swing for the fences. Like, don't clinch. Just literally just try to take his head off. I mean,
right now Adesanya has 65 significant strikes to Vettori's 33. Owned him in the clinch, 9 of 9, based on the fight metric stats that exist as of right now. And not only that, lands 56% compared to Vettori's 29%.
I'm actually surprised it's that high, to be honest. Because it just seems like everything he's thrown, even if he's connecting, Adesanya is rolling with it. Like, it's not actually like doing any damage.
The total strikes are listed as 72 to 60, but the significant is a much different story. We're talking 65 to 33 as of their last update.
Right, gotcha.
And that was through 3, I should specify. That margin has widened since then.
It's pretty wild. Like, just the way Adesanya moves, like every little movement you can. Vettori like is trying to react to anything Adesanya is doing. Like he just doesn't know like where they. This is really, really masterful stand up by Adesanya. This whole fight, very impressive. Vettori is a bit one dimensional, unfortunately, but Adesanya is really. He's really doing his thing. Oh, was that a eye? Oh, I thought it was an eye poke. Oh, I got trolled. I got.
Adesanya pretended he got poked in the eye. That was good stuff.
Wow, that was a good one.
Oh man.
There was someone in our chat who said something about like that you should, how proud would you be to have that flying right underneath your American flag at home?
Let me tell you, buddy, I'm more proud of this than a lot of the flags that I see flown around my neck of the woods in Kentucky.
I could only, to be fair, my area has actually gotten a lot better about that, but growing up in Georgia, I get it. I definitely get it. Same thing, Vettori going for a takedown up against the cage.
He was in a fair spot there because they were in the corner, and Adesanya actually didn't have a lot of room to elbow him. I feel like that helped his takedown effort a little bit, but Adesanya is getting back up and working his way over. He is high up on the body of Adesanya, so Adesanya probably won't be able to do a lot except for hook that right arm and then spin out to Adesanya's left.
Yep, we saw him successfully do that earlier this fight. You called then as well, and they're pretty much in that same spot.
And Vettori's not doing anything, so Adesanya's going to probably throw on that whizzer, probably try to press down a little bit, or he might just kill some time because Vettori's, there you go.
Oh,
Vettori's not going to do anything. Do you think Vettori goes for broke?
I mean, I would hope so. I mean, that's really, you got 35 seconds to, because you're not getting a trilogy fight. No. So, like, this is it. Like, this isn't it for his career. Obviously, he's a great fighter, but like, and he's still young, but like, that is a long ladder to have to reclimb. Because, at this point, I would say, unless something happens the last 15 seconds, they got Adesanya a clean sweep. All 5 rounds.
And he is 27, but he has only fought 5 times in the 3 years since then, like since he lost to Adesanya.
Yeah.
So, this will be like...
Oh, Israel's pretending to be hurt by...
My God.
Just clowned him. Props to Vettori, though. Like, he went for it. It's just his game plan just wasn't nearly as diverse as Adesanya's. like his actual skill set.
Yep. So guys, we will hang around until the decision is read. We're not expecting any major bombshells dropped in the post-fight interview. But we've been here for 2 hours and some change. We want to thank you guys for joining us. Some good fights tonight. Don't forget, Denise covered Impact Against All Odds. It's Moose and Kenny Omega. And Sunday night, we got NXT TakeOver in your house. That's Denise and Jeremy Lambert. I'll be on the media call that we're also streaming. Just so much stuff going on. So much. We had an interview with Kyle O'Reilly this week. We had Jody Threat this week. Lots of good stuff. I think I'm dropping the Maria Kanellis interview next week. And boy, we had a talk. We had a talk about WWE's HR, about trash bags, and a lot of stuff.
Interesting.
Yes.
That'll be a good one. Mike has really rebounded in Ring of Honor lately. I like his stuff with Taven a lot.
He had to try to go to WWE, is the way I look at it. He had to try, but he knows where to go for creative satisfaction and even job security. Like, ROH loves him.
Yeah. Scorecard's getting read right now. Vettori's like, maybe. Oh, sorry, dude. 50-45 across the board.
We have a super chat. Cool says, any predictions on the next WWE paper or the next pay-per-view SRS? Remembered you getting Charles and Usman correctly. Also, McLovin destroys Kratos. Let me look at what's even on the next pay-per-view.
We're talking about the next UFC pay-per-view?
A lot of it depends on how much Conor McGregor has trained for this fight. I think if Conor McGregor actually dedicated himself to training, he would win this fight. Without knowing that, I'm going with Poirier. I think Tuivasa beats Greg Hardy. I think Stephen Thompson and Gilbert Burns. I think Gilbert Burns might take that. I think he'll win that one. Kevin Lee over Sean Brady. I think Miguel Pereira might beat Nico Price, and I think Smoka probably beats Sean O'Malley, to be honest with you.
Yeah, those are all good picks. I think I'm with you on there's good fights though. Like I'm going to take Tuivasa over Hardy. I'm actually taking Wonder Boy over Burns.
Okay.
But I like both guys a lot. I just think Thompson's style might be something that's tough for Burns to deal with. I'll actually take O'Malley over Smolka. I'd like to see O'Malley versus Garbrandt, to be honest. Like, I really want to see that fight. I love Nico Price and Michelle Pereira. I'm going to take Nico, though, but like that one could fight. Yeah, that one could be, I mean, Michelle Pereira, we talked about pro wrestling moves earlier. Michelle Pereira will actually do lion salts off the cage. So, yeah, a lot of good ones. But yeah, main event, I got to roll with Conor. Like, I just got to hope that he's motivated to the point of like, I want to see the best Conor McGregor. I want to see the best Dustin Poirier. I think smart money should probably be on Poirier, but I just have a feeling McGregor is going to be out for revenge. And I think both guys have a really long night ahead for themselves against Oliveira, though. I think Oliveira beats all these guys.
Let's hear what Adesanya has to say.
You just called out Robert Whittaker, I think. Yep. Let's run it back in Auckland. Which makes sense. Whittaker has earned the rematch.
Yeah, Whittaker's won 3 fights in a row. Man, you want to talk about a guy who kind of laughed in the face of weight cutting. He was a mediocre at best welterweight and jumped up to middleweight and has lost 1 time since. But guys, thank you all so much. Adesanya wins. We had a huge moment with Brandon Moreno and Leon Edwards, and Nate Diaz had some late drama. Steven, anything you want to tell the people before we go?
Fightful Select Weekender podcast. There'll be a new episode tomorrow. I'll be talking 205 Live, NXT UK, Ring of Honor, a lot about the National Wrestling Alliance, GCW, a lot about that. So there's a lot of good stuff. I'll recommend a show to watch on independentwrestling.tv. And if you want to check out IWTV, use code FIGHTTALK, FIGHTTALK. That helps me and my personal podcast out a lot. So yeah, the rest of the things that I'm involved with, just follow me on Twitter at FightTalk _ FIGHT TALK _ I'll keep everything updated there. And thanks again, Sean, for coming on here with me.
Guys, thank you all so much. Steven, thank you so much. Until next time, we're out.